been working in the Oberoi's for the past, I think, 25 years, and it was like kind of very shocking for me. I was sitting back at home and I realized there have been terror attacks. Didn't affect me much, but then when I look back at the news, I realized that the terror attacks have taken place in Oberoi's. So that kind of, I really panicked, and I called back home and just to ask my dad that, are you at the hotel? Because that was the time when he usually is working at the hotel. So I called him up and he said, no, I'm not at the hotel, I'm at home. And I was like so relieved, thinking that, just thinking about the fact that what if my dad was back in the hotel that time working in his department. Then because all his colleagues, most of his colleagues who were at the department that day working were all attacked, and most of them were killed, and some of them were just, they managed to escape. But it's just God's grace that he just came home early that day.
But after I heard all this, the only thing I could do was to pray for the safety of my family and friends and everybody else back in Mumbai and India in general. And the only way I could show solidarity towards my people would be to not enjoy, at least for 2 days. Enjoying in terms of going out for lunch or dinner or even shopping for that matter. I didn't even want to shop for the Thanksgiving Black Friday sale. I said, I can't be buying stuff which I like, and shopping is something girls enjoy, and I said, no, this is not done. Somebody is dying there.
The moment I just read about it, I personally would tell you, I never reacted to it any which way. I was like, okay, these things happen in Mumbai. Maybe I'm just showing what most of the people would have thought also, like, okay, it's just an attack. What's new in that? Something like most people in Mumbai sometimes say that, like, what's new in this? Because we have experienced like so many attacks and all. So like it was my reaction to that was, okay, what's new in this? And then the moment it went on with the casualties, and when I saw those pictures, atrocious pictures of like blood everywhere, people indiscriminating firing. I've seen this, not like I've not seen this, but this was just too much now. Now it was just like, I was like, okay, now this is just how many more attacks does Mumbai need so as to protect its people finally, or something like that. I know this is a never-ending phenomenon, but still, how many more attacks does the government want so that, like, it finally says, please stop, now we will protect you.
Okay. Well, the thing which struck all of us about this attack, and as Rohit very properly exemplified, was that this was a slap in the face of Indian democracy. People were glued on, all of us were, in front of their television sets for 62 hours, trying to find out what's going on, sitting out here, being terribly concerned about our relatives back home, not knowing who's dead, who's alive. This was, for me, a very significant attack, at least in my mind, because this is where I've grown. This is the place where I live. Taj, the Oberoi, are places I used to frequent almost every weekend. Anyone I know, my friends would be out there. I have no idea. Even now, I have no idea how many more people I've lost. Thankfully, my family is okay. Everyone else is okay. But that's right. Enough is enough. How many times are we going to sustain such attacks before something gets done? And now I think it's time. It's a wake-up call for people to decide, to really understand that democracy does not operate. It's not a blame game. Someone has to take responsibility, and in a democratic society, the people have to take responsibility.